Hi, and welcome to the collective reading for November 21st to the 27th. This is my third take, three times the charm. I haven't looked at the cards yet. I'm not awake. So it's kind of that energy of we're kind of like in this hibernation, but with the eclipse coming out, the eclipse season and all the releasing and the letting go, this week we're moving toward this energy of with that new moon of a new freedom to make choices and decisions and to start taking bold action toward our desire. I really encourage you to take some kind of an action step now, hot off of that energy of the eclipses, and with this new moon, plant the seed of intention, start taking those bold actions. Right when we get to the Christmas holiday season and the new year, we have still some stuff that's going to keep us moving slowly. So this is not about racing forward, but it is about the optimism. It is about the willingness to take some steps toward it and to start moving in that direction. We do have a Mercury retrograde coming up at the end of the month. Shadow period starts on the 13th of December. And so anything that you start now, you will have a chance to go over the finer details of it. So go ahead and allow yourself the freedom to start planning and taking some steps now, and you'll get a chance to bring it up to speed before we get out of January. So enjoy the holidays when they come. So we do have a live chat, and I do want to thank everybody who is here for the live chat. I enjoy this so much. I do it like a Snapchat. It does disappear. So if you're watching on the replay, you won't see it. So come and join us live, 7:30 every Sunday night, Eastern time zone in the U.S. And so this week, the overall energy that we had that came through was this card. I can't even say it, so I want to say it's Frikir. Excuse me. I don't know how to say it, but it's the energy of finding that inner peace, that community. It's great because this week we have in the United States, we have a Thanksgiving, but also there's this sense of moving up out of the scorpion waters into the lighter and the brighter and the more community energy that starts building over the next few weeks. And so this is the energy of seeking your community. So whether it is your community of your family or your friends, or just in general, it feels like a birthing out, a re-emerging, but in a very peaceful way back into society after doing this really deep dive that we've all been doing about what's going on with us and how we feel and where we don't fit anymore. There's been a lot of releasing and letting go. For many people, you may have been changing jobs, or you may have been actually physically moving, or, friends, you recognize some friendships don't work and new ones are developing. And so after this period that we've all had a very intense introspection of who we are, there's this it's like coming out of a dark tunnel into the light when we move into Sagittarius season after having gone through Scorpio season every year. But this year with the two eclipses, it made it even more so. And there's this energetic feeling of, okay, I can do what I really want to do now. There was this space created. And so this card is asking you to connect in with your community. A little bit of outreach. It doesn't have to be, I don't feel like we're really ready to dive in with everything, but there's the calls we make to our friends, and there's the planning ahead. And I think people are starting to solidify plans around holidays. This week, I do want to remind you, though, if you are in the United States, because of the energy around travel time, if you're going home, expect delays, okay? So I just want to encourage you to do that. So with this card, we have the energy of sodalite, okay? And sodalite says to release anger and increase harmony. And so there is this releasing of what doesn't serve us as we move forward. Release anger, increase harmony, reduce inflammation, improve inner knowing and calm, increase mental clarity, and emotional balance. And so this week is a rebalancing, and there is some testy energy coming in, and yet there's a sweet spot on Thursday, and I would say, Saturday and Sunday have a lot of opportunity to be very productive, but Tuesday and Friday feel difficult. So there's T-squares that set up, and so just something to be aware of. So sodalite, coming to the calm in yourself, going for a walk if you need to calm down, doing things that, taking that long hot shower just to get a little space for yourself. I sail through life on calm, nurturing waters. I'm at peace with myself and the world around me. So there we have the sodalite, and then we have the card of Thor. I love that Thor showed up. Now Thor has this protective energy, right? He is riding into to save the day, but it is also about bold action toward your dreams and your desires, right? There's an impulsiveness with Thor, and so perfect for Sagittarius season. You are being encouraged to take specific actions toward your dreams. Lay some groundwork now. Get that done before the 13th of this month, and so of December. And so there's a couple of weeks here to really try to get things in gear, so to speak. And with it, oh my gosh, comes copper. Look at that. Copper is such a conduit. It allows the flow of energy, right? So you use it in wiring because it flows, literally flows the energy through it. And so having copper with this energy of Thor makes me feel like the energy is going to flow smoothly and easily. If you run into obstacles, it's not the right path. Find something new. Be willing to move and shift around to find the easy flow. There should be an ease to this. So it says, be a clear conduit for messages and inspiration. Complete intentions. We have a new moon happening this week. Write it down and take an action step. Okay? Write it down and take an action step. And one more time, I'm going to say that. Write it down and take an action step. The writing it down creates that clear intention, that conversation, that communication between you and your higher self. I intend to do this. So this is the way to do this is the I am statement. So let's just say you want to start a new business and you say, I am successful in the business that I am starting this week. And then start it. How do you start it? You write down, I don't know, the name of the business, the goal of the business, the mission of the business, the first step you're going to take toward. Okay, so you need an action step to accommodate. Nope, wrong word. To come along with. Oh God, Spirit, help me out here. They're like giving me words, but so fast. To accompany. Thank you. To accompany it. Ooh, community. So to accompany it, it can't just be the writing it down. That is the first step. They're saying to take the second step, which would be the first physical step in that direction. And so we're walking. Oh, they're saying walking. You're not running. You're walking toward your goal, toward your desire, toward your dream this week. You have to move. It is a fire sign. It is about movement. You have to move in that direction, that spark of intention that can grow into the roaring bonfire in your heart, that passion and the desire that you have for it. So it says to complete invention. So if there's something you are working on, this is a great week to wrap it up, to I would say over the next couple of weeks to really wrap something up, and then use the retrograde in Mercury to fine tune it, to go back over it, to look at it, and then launch it probably with that new moon that we get in Aquarius in February. And so I think it's in February. Be a clear conduit. It might be at the end of month. I don't have it. Might be at the end of, it's got to be at the end of January. And Mars will be moving direct also at that time. So yes, plan, if you want to launch something, plan for that. Aquarius. Wow, that's really interesting information. Plan for, because it is Aquarius, we are in the age of Aquarius, because it will probably be launched with some kind of an announcement that will be a communication, an air sign. I think you will find that a really good time frame to be working in. So something to be looking forward to. So complete your inventions, formulas, and creative works. Amplify courage and confidence. Thor, amplify courage and confidence. Don't be afraid of your goals and your dreams and your ideas. Don't be afraid to do what it is that you want to do. Oh, wow. Okay. So, the overall energy, Four of Cups. Spirit is bringing you a message. And you're aware of it because you're leaning against it. So it's something you've already been aware of. This isn't dropping down out of nowhere. And you have been sitting on go for lots of reasons, right? This panda here in this black and white is telling me that you have been rebalancing yourself. That's a great thing to be doing. We've been going through this energy, right, with all of this, these eclipses have been the balancing act, trying to get ourselves into balance and figuring out where we are and what we're doing. And so during this process of rebalancing, there's been something that we've been sitting on. But now it's time to stay in that centered energy, that balanced and calm energy, but to turn around and pick up that cup. And so here in the area of what have you been searching information on, we have the wolf, which is here in the moons, right? And so we have been doing that introspection. We have been seeking the knowledge within. That is where we were supposed to be looking. So if you've been doing that, good for you. You've been feeling though like you've been stuck and that it's been hard to get moving. Well, Mars has been in retrograde. These eclipses are about, especially Scorpio season is about doing that deep dive. We start off this week with the moon revisiting Scorpio. So that's twice while the sun is in Scorpio. And so it is kind of a wrapping up of that introspection. And so with this Eight of Swords here in the heart space where we've been feeling stuck and held in place, it's okay because that means you are free to release yourself. The thing has been the obstacle to overcome. We have the Six of Wands. And this Six of Wands is a horse. And the horse is always about assistance. So either you haven't been asking for the help you need, or, oh, hold on, there's a message coming through. Okay. They just said to get off of your high horse. Okay, so wow. All right. So sometimes we put so much time and energy and effort into something and our ego gets really wrapped up and involved in it. And it's really hard for us to acknowledge to ourselves that we've made a mistake. God, I hate that word. Can you give me another one? That this no longer suits us. What used to suit you no longer suits you. There was a lesson to be learned. There was something that came forward with that energy. There was something of value to be accessed through that period of time. But with these eclipses, it was about letting it go to get to the victory. And so unless we do the release, unless we step away from the big, from the small ego, they're saying, and step into the big ego. The big ego being your higher self, your true self. The assistance you're looking for is from your higher self. And looking for what, okay, so here it's divided into two sets of three. And it's like, it's almost like stepping from one community into the other. What doesn't fit anymore? And where are you moving toward? And being willing to do that. And so here we have this energy of trying to find the balance. Look, this is the action step, is this Four of Pentacles, but I want you to notice he's got three in his little paws here. This one he's trying to hang on to with his tail. That's the thing that needs to be let go of, right? Your ability to be generous with your time, your wisdom, your financial resources, your energy in some form or the other, that if you can release it, a squirrel cannot effectively move without its tail. It needs it. It's like its rudder. It needs it. And if it's being weighed down by hanging on to something, he's not going anywhere. And so you need to shake that off the end of your tail. You have to release it. You have to let it go. If you're willing to shake that off, you'll bring yourself back into balance. The way to transform the situation this week is through finding the balance. Finding the balance. Allowing yourself to be able to really fly free. Look, he's got one in each paw. Squirrel's funny. He's got one in each paw. That's the balance. If you're carrying too much, if you're hanging on too tightly, if you're refusing to let go, like he's got the one, it reminds me of like when the chipmunks overstuff their mouths. All right, so here is the key to the situation. We have the universe. All right, that's like the world card. But here, you are being invited in to a portal. The galactic center is in Sagittarius season. It's at the, it'll be like right around the 21st. Wow, I think it does. It comes in right around the 21st. So it comes in right around the darkest time of the year. Look how dark that is. That solstice. Having the courage to fly in, that's the key to the situation. You're going to have to travel lightly. There's a need to travel lightly. On your mind, you're trying to create stability, the Four of Wands. What I really love about this Four of Wands is that it is these sunflower seeds. And the sunflower seeds are carried by many, many birds and animals. And so they're spread far and wide. And so whatever this thing is that you are, the stability has the potential to really spread out. Another thing that's really great about sunflower seeds is they pull the lead. Sunflower plants will pull the lead up out of the soil. And so there's a purification that comes from it. It is a clearing and a cleansing energy that can spread far and wide. But it requires you to focus on this. What are you trying to grow? And look, there's only two. There's only two. There's two in his hand. I almost feel like you really need to drop the one in your mouth too. You'll want to travel lightly. In the heart space, we have the Seven of Cups. There is still a confusion, a not being able to see clearly what it is that you need to see yet. I believe that comes through the course of the next few months, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But I do think it's important that you recognize there's an opportunity that you're aware of. You're leaning into it, or you've turned your back on it. You've delayed picking it up for some of you. There is something that is in your field of awareness. You know what's really interesting is these Seven Cups are behind the giraffe. It's almost like he's walking right past the options because he's not focused. Because with the giraffe, it is their higher perspective and there is their connection to spirit that allows them to have the higher perspective. And so for those of you who have not been spending a regular time in communication with spirit, either through journaling or meditation, or just, going for a walk and just not with your headphones on. I think you're missing messages that are coming in. Although for some of you listening to music, and by that I mean meditation music or guided meditation, something that allows you to hear the messages coming through with spirit is really going to be key this week. Set some time aside with that new moon. That new moon happens at 5:57 p.m. Eastern Time Zone in the U.S. And so maybe on Wednesday night when you get home, you create a little bit of space for yourself and sit down and have that conversation. So Wednesday evening after the new moon is a really good time to just sit down and communicate with spirit, because we have the card of the Fool, the unicorn here, to lead us through this. To lead us through this. And so this unicorn is actually, this is a waning crescent moon. And so it's allowing us a cycle to complete to start a new one. Allowing a cycle to complete to start a new one. And this new moon is the invitation in to the new cycle. All right, I'm going to put some quick advice here for each sign of the zodiac. I really encourage you guys to find the time this week, to find the time to talk to Spirit. There's a big message that's trying to come through. It's a big opportunity that wants to find its way through. And there is a need to really invite this energy in. Okay, we're going to start at 21:30 with Aries. I want to thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate your energy and mostly your energy. It's like your energy is very powerful and strong. Okay, so Aries, 21:30. You have here the crane. Long-term plans, devotion, and soulmates. It is the new moon in Gemini. Think it through. Think it through. So that's your action step to take. So Aries, think it through. You also, being a fire sign, you're very impulsive, right? So they want you to slow down and think it through, make a plan. It has long range effects for you when you have the crane. Long-term plans, devotion, soulmates. My soul dances with freedom and grace. Cultivate patience and trust in the long-term plans and perspective. So there is a chance here that you can attract the committed, healthy relationships that you may be looking for. Now, that could be in a romantic situation, but it could be a work situation, it could be a family situation. So there's a lot of different situations in which that could happen for you. For Taurus, Taurus is at 22:40. So Taurus, you have here the speak your world into being. So for sure you need to write it down. You may need to do the action step of actually looking yourself in the eye in the mirror and saying it. And I want to say it 3 times. Say it 3 times. Look, you have the winged unicorn, which is wonderful because you are in the North Node is in your sign and you're moving forward. You are an old soul. Protect your heart and mind from negative thinking, fear, or anxiety by affirming the loving relationship with the divine that protects and guides you. Pursue your goals with more joy and brilliance. Speak your world into being from a place of joy. And so I am, and you start with the I am statement. I am experiencing life in its highest forms and vibrations. I am abundance. I am enjoying my life, whatever it is, right? So purity, innocence, miracles. My pure heart is radiant with the light of the miraculous. I am living a miraculous life. There's so much that you could do with that. All right, at 24 minutes, we're going to do Gemini. Gemini, you have, it's so funny because Aries had you and you have Aries. It says, go for it. All right, so you've been in this integration period and it is now time to step forward and start taking some actions. You are not going to be moving quickly, but you need to be moving, right? It's time to decide what you're going to do. You have the lady, she calls it a ladybird, ladybug, whatever you want to call it. Luck, blessings, and safety. Go for it. Luck, blessings, and safety. You will be protected through this. Happiness arises from within my heart and sets me free. There is no need to fear. Something you feared was going to happen will not take place. A challenge will reveal itself as a hidden blessing. You are freed from a trouble, although you may not realize it now. You will soon be entering a more graceful, happy time in your life. Be happy. Be free. Go for it. So, at 25 minutes, we're going to do Cancer. In Cancer, yours says new moon in Sagittarius. How about that? And it says focus on the positive. Your action step is to focus on the positive. With that comes the Nightingale, loving messages from spirit, enchantment, and voice. My creative soul sings through the night, bringing healing and light. So you have gone through this period of the deep rinse and spin cycle. Now it is time to allow yourself to let drain away with the with the eclipse water. Let it all drain out, right? Before all the negative energy, the things that were holding you back, the things that were holding you down. And now it's time to be forward thinking and only toward the positive, and let go of the negative. Focus on building your connection to your true self so that you not depend on outer circumstances for strength and security. You're strong enough on your own. Your soul connects you to your true support in life. You do not need to feel limited or afraid or external conditions, as they can be transformed through the magic of your own soul voice. You can influence the environment around you through conscious choices rather than worrying about an environment that may have a negative effect. Practice speaking your truth unconditionally and spontaneously from the heart. You cast a loving spell of enchantment and inspire and heal others to do so. So, Cancer, your weekly, make sure you check out your weekly, because that one was so intense. The channeling that was coming through was so strong that it actually made me cry at one point. And so I really want to encourage you. To make the effort to really push into that energy and allow yourself to release what doesn't serve and focus on the positive. And I think for everyone, this new moon in Sagittarius is saying that also, right? New moon in Sagittarius says to focus on the positive. Okay, at 2720, we have Leo. You have open up to change. Open up to change. It's the new moon in Aquarius. I'm telling you, there is something about the new moon in Aquarius that everybody needs to open up to the change. But for you, Leo, this is something that you also had a difficult summer, and this is really going to push you in that direction. You have the Penguin. Pace yourself, specialization, choosing what matters. I commit, I connect, I create. There is a great mantra. I commit, I connect, I create. You are healing your relationship to conscious mothering and finding creative ways to express the mother energy within. Whether there are children around you or not. You have a talent and a higher purpose that you can develop if you so choose. So expressing yourself. So even like if you're in business, using that energy to nurture others along, right? Trust any sacrifices that were made for soul expression will be worth it. Upgrade old fantasies to more authentic dreams and aspirations. Feed your soul now. Give yourself permission to commit totally to your higher purpose, and you will make exceptional progress. All right, at 2845, we have Virgo. Virgo, you have clear your mind. I think you're kind of in this energy of overanalyzing, and you're being asked to just clear your mind and to let go of some of those worries. You have generosity, spirit warrior, and higher love. The Garuda, I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. Oh, that looks like a huge portal though, doesn't it? My warrior spirit courageously and lovingly protects what matters most to my soul. You have what it takes to surmount the challenges on your path. While growing in love, wisdom, and strength, you can protect others by being an example of how to live from the heart and with courage. The vine is bringing you a blessing of love, money, abundance, and spiritual growth. Trust the brave wisdom within you. Understand what you need to do. Boldly rise above the negativity or the fear. Everybody needs to be a lot more optimistic about what's going on here. If you, let's look at this at 29. Well, we'll just wait for 30 minutes. 30 minutes will be Libra. All right, Libra, you have, see the bigger picture, the full moon in Sagittarius. That Seven of Cups, you need to shake off the clouds and see the bigger picture. Oh my gosh, you have the dragon to help you to get there. You need to fly high. You need to really let yourself have the highest perspective possible. Leadership, integrity, and power. I own my power with dignity and grace. See the bigger picture. This is take action in a way that is for the best and the highest good of all. It is safe for you to be powerful. You are powerful and kind, good, humble, and gracious. True power achieves greatness and flows from the heart of the universe. Wow, that universe is the key to the situation in the heart space, not from the human ego. Surrender attachment, that swirl, to being admired, that Six of Wands. And you shall attract abundance and recognition and respect. You have abilities beyond the ordinary. You will be guided on how to best express them and to fulfill your destiny and assist all beings. Remember, you can only give according to what you can receive. Take time to balance and vitalize your internal energies. Wow, that sounds like our reading encapsulated, Virgo. All right, and then Scorpio at 31:25. You have the full moon in Taurus, detoxify. That eclipse that we just had. With the South Node in your sign, there's this energy of really having to clear out, just clear out, release, and let go. And with that comes the dove of peace and reassurance and resolution. Peace rises gently from within my heart, and my path is blessed with grace. Allow things to flow away that need to flow away. This new moon is a new opportunity. Plant your seed of intention with optimism and peace and joy in your heart. Okay, so hand your worries over to the divine and trust that the creative solutions will be brought to you, and they don't need to be forced. It says that they don't need to be aggressive. It is gentle. You have the ability to settle your mind, tuning into your heart and letting go. Don't wait for things to be in order before you feel at peace. Don't wait for things to be in order before you feel at peace. Let go of the need to control everything in order to find your safety and security. Find your safety and security in the peace and the knowing that everything will be in order at the right time. There's a lot of peace that comes from turning that over to Spirit and allowing Spirit to put things in order. And so if you can trust that the divine has your back, you can release and let go of trying to control and manage everything and everyone around you. There's peace in that. You get to focus on yourself. You get to do what is important to you. I don't like that. That's too many. Okay. I need to focus here. All right, so Scorpio, you're in a detoxifying period with this eclipses in the South Node. Allow the process to continue. Your big thing is to try to find the peace, to work to find the peace within. And that way, whatever's going on in the world around you cannot shake you, is what they're saying. So when you become your own center of gravity, then what goes on around you cannot shake you. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. So, Sagittarius. Wow. Sagittarius. Here we go. Okay. Sagittarius is at 34:20. We have the last quarter moon in Virgo. This is the releasing and letting go, but this is Virgo. It says attend to the details. So this new moon, and then we're going to have this shadow period of Mercury happening during your sign. I really want to encourage you to not race ahead. Attend to the details. You are so optimistic, right? And it is an action that needs to be taken, but this action needs to be taken in a way that is methodical. like a Virgo, grounded, not like a charging ahead Sagittarius. So optimism of you is so key, but the action needs to be step by step, okay? And you have here the B. I love this. It says believe in yourself. Believe, sweet reward, and productivity. With focused intention, focus on the details, and diligence, I accomplish great things that benefit many, right? It's attending to the details. With focused intention and diligence, accomplish great things and benefit many. This is not going to be a time to race ahead and gloss over everything. This is your new moon. If you really want it to be a productive opportunity for you, you're going to have to build something slowly, surely, and with diligence and paying attention to the details. Believe in yourself. You're capable of more than you realize. Take your interests and passions seriously as you commit time and energy to their development and expression. When you live as your true self, doing work that has meaning for you, you are helping many more beings than you realize. Your inner light has a positive and contagious effect. It truly does. All right, and then at 3620, we have Capricorn. And Capricorn, you have the energy of forgive. I want to say start with yourself. I always like to say that, though. But start with yourself. But if you're a Capricorn rising, Sagittarius is your 12th house. The 12th house is the house of enemies and completing cycles. And this is the full moon in Pisces, which represents your enemies and completing cycles. And so as much as I do always want to say forgive yourself because you think you screwed up or you made a mistake or you shouldn't have gotten into that situation, yes, definitely do that, because that makes it easier to do the next thing, which is to complete the cycle and forgive those who have harmed you in some way or the other. Because that is the anchor that is weighing around your neck. It is, I forget what they call it, but it looks like, it's the thing that's pulling you under. Like you can't fly high because you're carrying way too much baggage, and it's emotional. It's emotional baggage. So there's a need to jettison it. And if you can do that, then you have the firefly. And the firefly says, shine bright, seeing truth and future blessings. I shine bright and I light up the night. Do not be fooled by appearances. Look within for the true guiding light. Your inner light is strong enough to shine brighter during the dark times of your life. And so this forgiveness could be self-forgiveness. Something is keeping you from moving forward on something really significant. And if you can just forgive the situation, you have wings to fly. And that light of the firefly, when it lights up at night, it's something to look forward to in June. It feels like there's a timing aspect here. Okay, because they just said June to me. You have enough light within you to find your way and help others to see the light too. It's time to affirm your beautiful inner nature and recognize the qualities. Fireflies are summertime creatures and bring messages that the winter of the soul is ending and a brighter, happier future awaits. The darkest part of the year happens at the birth of Capricorn season. And so there is this hibernation energy that's going within to complete cycles, to release things. And then in the summer, I think things really begin to shine for you. Your full moon in Capricorn happens, I want to say, really close to the summer solstice. So something to be forward thinking about. All right, at 39:30, we have Aquarius. Aquarius, you have the new moon in Libra, which is interesting because I think they had the Aquarius energy. Know that you are loved. Maybe that was Leo. Know that you are loved, Aquarius. I think for Aquarius, this is a big life lesson. You are so individual. Every one of you are so different from each other, and you stand out in the crowd And I think that, particularly if you're my age, or even, I think, I don't know what all the different generations are, but I think if you were born, before 2000, your individuality was not an asset in your youth. Being an individual before 2000, people really picked on you or made you feel less than, when the truth was you were more than. You were more than enough. You were fully loved, but you are also more than, as in you were the way forward. You were a little ahead of the collective consciousness. You were a little ahead of your time. So learn to love yourself, because if you know that you are loved by the universe and you love yourself, you will attract that powerful love into your life in other forms. And so it starts there. So we have the Griffin. Loyalty, power of good, and light bearer. I trust in the ferociously loving power of the divine goodness. You are loved. Goodness does not need you to be super nice or a doormat. You didn't need to fit in. You weren't here to fit in. You were here to show the way. You can be kind, but you can also be a divine badass, living with integrity, courage, and truth. Ask the universe to help in sorting out any issues you are experiencing so you can learn from them without losing yourself to them. Trust in the power of divine justice. You do not have to understand the workings of the universe to know how karma works out all things according to higher wisdom and timing. You can guide others with wisdom when you integrate your physical and spiritual realities. Be loyal to your values and your truth. You are loved by the universe. Love yourself, and you will see that reflected back to you in your daily life. All right, Pisces. Pisces is at 4210. You have the first quarter moon in Cancer. Push through any insecurity. Well, fellow water signs showing up. Whatever it is, because you also have the angel here. Whatever it is that you are trying to birth out into the universe, out into the world, out into, your community, out into your family, whatever you're trying to birth here, and you're feeling like you're not good enough, you don't know enough, you don't have enough information, you're not confident in yourself, they're saying to push through your insecurities. Be bold. This is a time for being bold and taking action. And for you, if you are Pisces rising, this is happening in your 10th house, which is where you are most visible. And so if you act insecure, you will be passed by when you have so much to offer. So shine your light bright. So the angel, confirmation, trust, higher purpose. I am sheltered within the wings of angels. Push through. Your prayers are now being answered and you are surrounded by spiritual protection. You can visualize this as a white light radiating around you. Trust that you are on the right path. Push through the insecurities. You're on the right path. Even if there are challenges, know that you will find your way through, aided by powerful love and light of your divine guardians. There is no need to be afraid. Trust your path is unfolding, even when it takes unexpected twists and turns. Here is a sign of hope, light, and that an oppression is about to be lifted from your soul, so that joy, love, and happiness can return to your heart. And the oppression in your soul appears to be your own insecurity. Have confidence. Become the CEO of your life. You have so much to offer. Allow a cycle to complete and now plant your seeds of intention from that of optimism and hope and joy and happiness in the heart space. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your energy and your chat time, and I just really enjoy all this. I do want to invite you over on Facebook every day where I really look at the energy of the day. If you have not checked out your weekly readings, I really encourage you to, because they were very channeled. There was so much channeling that came through for everybody this time that I actually can't tell you what they were. Like, I don't remember any of them. I just remember I cried during Cancer but I don't recall any of the readings, which means I was just speaking and then wasn't really aware of what all was coming through. So I can't wait to see them too. All right, you guys take really good care. I will see you back here next week, I hope, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time Zone in the U.S., when we will take a look at, I don't know what's next. I have no idea what the topic will be, but the energy is lightening up, and that is fun. All right, you guys take care. I'll talk to you soon.